Reasons to be cheerful, part 3. 1, 2, 3.
G'day viewer, Big Kev here. At the radio tower at Cabramurra. He's a big sucker. And it's bushfire season in Australia, or the start of it. And in Western Sydney, up the Blue Mountains, there's a lot of fires going up, exactly where I used to live too, up in the Blue Mountains. And we had a bushfire here, 2003, the one that devastated Canberra, that lost so many houses. It started off across the valley from here and it just worked its way up. It was a shocking fire. I've never been in one before. But there used to be a building just here. They pulled it down now. It wasn't destroyed in the fire. But during the fires there at Cabra, we got trapped up here. And I'll try and dig some photos out. But yeah, we got trapped in the building there, and the fire crowned over the top of us. I mean, it was roaring up. I've never experienced anything like it in my life. We survived, only just. They had a lot of helicopters and everything else. As you can see, you might be able to see the town. This camera does nothing. But the town of Cabramurra there, yeah, she just roared up the valleys across there. And it surprised me while I was in that building how embers can get through any nook and cranny. It is just frightening. But there, it roared up there. The fire just absolutely roared up here. And that's why you can see all the dead trees, and that was 10 years ago. They're starting to come back now. These are snow gum. They grow from the base up once they've been hit by fire. And the ones a bit further down here are alpine ash, and they die, and that's the end of them, you know, as soon as the fire hits them. It was a savage fire. The town itself is so well prepared because we had fire hydrants. Nearly every second house has got a fire hydrant on it out the front. So we rolled out all the hoses, and the fire went around us and over us, and it's roared up the valleys. They come up at 100 mile an hour. Yes, it was most distressing, to say the least. Yes. Well, mate, Damo. Yeah. And the tall ones here, the alpine ash, they're dead, gone, buried, but they did manage to reseed. So this is what I do after work. I just finished work. I don't have traffic like you. What makes a lot of your vlogs interesting is you go through towns and you got cars, traffic and everything else, and I've got nothing but an open windy road for the next 80 kilometres up in the high country with all the dead trees here. But I have to behave myself here because Phillip Island has just finished. Today is Monday, and you'll never see the cops anyway. Now, the worst part about this is 60 k's an hour for the next 20 kilometres in the middle of nowhere. There's the road side there, 60 kilometres an hour, and the cops will come from 100, 200 kilometres away and just sit down here with radar to get the fellas coming back from Phillip Island. It's a real trap. Yes, and that is nothing but a money-making exercise. And one of the coppers was actually in town, and he was boasting how many people he's caught, you know, speeding. So they made their quota up anyway. Yeah, so this is what I do. It's good now we've got that gate open. Now the snow season's finished. I'll just go for a ride for the hell of it. I'll take you over to Tooma Dam. Where we're going down there, going across the other side over there. You can see where I'm pointing. Right across there, you can see all the grey trees. That's everything here was totally devastated, totally dead through the fires. But going across over there, across Tooma Ponds Dam, which will come into view very shortly. Just down the bottom there. This is Tooma Ponds Dam. and 2 more dams over the hills, and it feeds into, it's only a holding dam, yeah, it feeds into Chivit Ponds. Have a look at that. That's a copperhead. To say the deadly is an understatement. Beautiful looking snake though. I won't run it over. It's only a small fella. The Highland copperhead. So I've made a pledge not to hurt him anymore. Enough venom in that to kill a dozen men, I suppose. But they tend to get away from you. Them brown snakes are the worst. They've killed more Aussies than any other snake. Yeah, they're the first snake. I've seen them out when there's snow on the ground. They're the first snake to come out of hibernation and the last snake to go into it. That's the Highland copperhead. The lowland copperhead, I do have a photo of one of the on a lake, on Lake Yukonbeam when I was fishing. I put a photo of it up, give you a look. It's not much, it's sitting there in the grass, but it's the same snake, it's just brown. People thought it was a brown snake, but it's not, it's a lowland copperhead. So I'll show you that. Anyway, continue on.